What's up, guys? I'm Julia.
I'm Jake.
We are part of the Foxies, and you are watching RAMzine.
Here at BST Hyde Park, and I'm with Julia and Jake of the Foxes.
Yay!
We've played here today. How did the set go?
Oh, it was awesome.
So fun.
It was really cool. Sweaty, fast, fun, punk. We love it.
Yeah, I did actually get to catch it, and I was dancing around in the background, loving it.
Thank you.
And I like, trying to get the crowd going.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You're like trying to get that crowd participation going.
Yeah.
And like spreading the love, really.
That's a big thing for us.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, also too, like, we're the first band, one of the first bands of the day, first one on the Birdcage, so you got to get them into the zone. So
Yeah.
tell them to clap, they'll clap.
Yeah, and people were definitely getting in the zone. I was a bit disappointed that not everyone squatted down, but
Oh, yeah,
then,
me too.
Well,
I wanted to say fucking squat, but I didn't
Yeah.
want to be that rude. So.
yeah. Some people did though.
They did.
So, your latest album, tell us about that.
Yeah, well, it was a self-discovery album that we wrote through the pandemic, and we didn't know we were writing it.
Yes.
Then one day it just kind of came together that it was like, oh, I guess we have an album now. And it's a beautiful, like, introspective album where it's like, in my brain, what I was going through during a relationship and trying to find myself, and then after that relationship, it's a series of fortunate events.
Yes, okay. Who were we then? Who are we now? Did I get it right?
Almost. Who are you?
Yeah, now we're trying to...
A lot of words.
Who are you
La, 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 la.
Who are you then? That's
Who are
right.
you now? Who are you then? Yeah, nice. Good job.
Yeah, okay.
We don't even know.
Okay, so that clears up, the title of that a bit more then. Makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
And you guys are from Nashville, right?
We
Yes.
are, yeah.
So what's the music scene like over there?
Booming. Well, I mean, it's always been booming,
Yeah.
but like with all different genres now. I mean, we were telling our friend earlier today that because of the pandemic, it opened this floodgate of nobody really knowing what they were anymore.
Yeah.
So, whoop, sorry if you see my undies. I do apologize, but I'm not sorry at the same time. This floodgate of like all this different type of music and all these genres are mixing into one. So it's a very accepting city.
Yeah.
And all the genres are just. It's genre bending, and I love it.
Who are some of your favourite bands from Nashville at the moment? Any genre.
Oh, geez. Well, I mean, Paramore's a legacy Nashville band, but I think a band that's having a real moment right now is the Band Camino, and I love those guys. They're awesome.
Yeah.
The Criticals, Steven
Oh, yeah.
Sanchez. I love Steven. He's a friend of ours, and he's so very wonderful. So yeah, anybody in Nashville. It's so hard to name it all because everybody's so very talented.
Yeah. I mean, it just sounds so cool to live in a place with so many different types of music.
It's really cool.
Like,
It's tiring, but it's cool.
But, London's cool too.
Hey, should we move in with you? Cool, I'm moving tomorrow.
So, if you had to describe your sound to people that haven't heard you before, what would you say to them?
Glitter punk.
Glitter punk.
Let your
and
mind do the talking.
sound. Yeah.
I think Julia was saying that before we made our album, and it's not that I didn't get it, but when we started really working on the record, I was like, that's really what this is. I think that it's equal parts glitter, equal parts punk. We've always had a pop thing
Yeah.
that's been really important to the integrity of the band. I think that the first couple Foxies records were really dance heavy, so we can't really let that go.
Yeah.
But we're all three of us, all four of us, and our whole team, we're all punk rock kids at the core. So it has to thrash a little, and I think glitter punk really hits it. I'm not just saying that.
I also think that, like, yes, our music is shiny, and some people would call it alternative pop, but the way that we show ourselves on stage and what we kind of like splooge out to the crowd is just like this utter rage of just like fucking love yourself, love everybody else, be kind to each other. And what's more punk than loving each other? Because people aren't doing it enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
So.
And I like that you use the word thrashing, because I literally wrote that in my notes for your review. I was like, you know, like near the end with like the guitar.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, thrashing.
Thrash it.
Yeah. But if you had to describe your band in just 3 objects, which objects would you pick?
Like nouns, like stuff, things.
Yeah, it has to be a thing.
I would say it's a Sour Patch Kid.
Ooh.
That's one.
A Sour Patch Kid. A jump rope.
I kind of love that. That's awesome.
What do you think, Jake?
Well, now I have to figure out what's the counter balance to the Sour Patch.
Something really dark.
I know the Sour
Dark,
Patch and
cute.
the jump man. What, a Jaeger
Ghost?
bomb? Yeah,
Oh,
a ghost.
a
No, I
ghost.
think a ghost.
A sweet Casper.
Especially lyrically. I think
Casper.
Julia's always kind of making references to stuff that's not there, whether they
I'm
be
a
ghosts
Scorpio,
or,
I can't help it.
I don't know what that means, but whatever. What stuff that's in her head and stuff. Like,
What's your star sign?
that's
He's a
the main
Virgo.
one, right?
He's a
That's the
Virgo.
Virgo.
Okay. Aries over here.
Cool.
Aries are my best friends.
Aries is my.
Your moon.
Yes. Yes.
Enemy?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know what any of it means.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm a Gemini with the other one.
Gemini rising.
That's cool. So, what have you guys got coming up next?
We have a single that we're about to release, probably within the next month and a half, that we played tonight.
Yeah.
It's called Know Better. And it's basically about, like, being at a certain age and feeling like everybody else has their shit together. And you're like, when am I gonna... Sorry. I'm just gonna be
Speaking
Get together.
my skirt just has a mind of its own.
it is windy.
But yeah, it's just like, when am I going to finally feel like an adult? But I don't think we want to, so we're okay with it.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I think a lot of people will relate to that as well. So
I hope so.
That sounds good. Now, to end, what is the one message that you would share with fans, if you could just share one?
You are loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think pop music can sometimes be such a thing where people want to be seen as a certain type of thing, or be seen as someone that fits into a place, and we're not, we're weird, not because we choose to be, like, we're all kind of weird kids, and there's a place for, our shows should be a place for everybody, and it's like, everybody's
I had to
here.
tell him hello, because I know him.
Who's that?
The Dead.
Julie is just speaking to Justin from the darkness.
Yeah, dude, she loves everybody. Look at her. Look at her.
Mid-interview.
I don't know if you're gonna print any of this, but for context, she plays bass in another band every now and then. And they're pretty heavy rock, so she met. I don't know who this guy is, but they obviously met when she was on the road with the Dead.
Love that.
I fucking have
why not? Yeah.
Justin Hawkinson.
To be fair, I think we're about wrapped up anyway. We were just spreading your message of love
Spread
and
love.
equality amongst fans, and everyone's welcome to Foxies shows.
You're
and we hope
seen and
you come
heard.
back to the UK.
We'll
Very
be here.
soon.
It's been
Yeah.
so
I'm
fun.
moving in with you.
Yeah, exactly. She's my new roommate.
Moving in, so I'll see you tomorrow.